I pity the people of Kenya. Kenyan President Williams Ruto has just involved himself in slavery, selling his own people, the people of Kenya, to Middle East country. He has just signed an agreement to send 2,500 skilled workers in Kenya to Saudi Arabia. And that is coming just 1 week after he did the same thing with Israel, sending 1,500 workers to Israel. And in his statement on social media, he put the salary there, $1,300, $1,500, maybe to encourage and deceive and silence those critics, people who criticize him for that act. It is terrible. When this man took over office in Kenya, I thought he was to fight to liberate the people of Africa, to end neocolonialism, to end slavery. But he is just totally different from all the statements he has been making on social media, talking on behalf of Africa. This is slavery, because this kind of act cannot take place without compensation. This country, the Middle East, is giving him something, or his government something. And if there is something like compensation, appreciation, meaning it is selling, because this is the very thing our traditional rulers during slavery were doing. The Europeans, Americans, they will come and give them something in exchange of slaves, mirror, gunpowder, and many other things. And then they will send their own people for slavery. And in the 21st century, an educated man like Williams Ruto stood and involved himself in this kind of attitude, selling Africans to Arab countries, that they are going to work, that they are skilled workers. This is the publication. I'm reading what DW Africa published. They say Kenyan President Williams Ruto says the government has reached an agreement to export workers to Saudi Arabia. According to Ruto, that is the president of Kenya, the skilled workers, amongst them nurses, will receive a monthly salary of $1,300. Some 2,500 workers are planned for the first deployment, meaning the first group of Kenyans who will be traveling to Saudi Arabia will be 2,500 of them amongst the nurses. And then he says that what they are skilled workers. If we are looking at Saudi Arabia and then looking Kenya, who are those that are in great need of skilled workers? Kenya. Who are those in great need of nurses and doctors? Kenyans. This is brain drain, in which Africans have been fighting and fighting this particular issue, where the best of Africans are being bought by Europeans and Americans. Now, Middle East are the one buying the best of Africa, those who can save Africans. If you go to Kenya, there are more than 1,000 hospitals in Kenya without doctors and nurses. Yet, the president who took over for the people of Kenya is selecting the best, allowing foreign countries to come and select the best nurses and doctors so that they will carry them back to their own country to save their own people. They are taking those people, nurses and doctors, for what? Because they need to eradicate some kind of illnesses in their own community and give the best healthcare system to their own people, at the detriment of who? Of the people of Kenya. It is terrible that we are doing this in the 21st century. And then this is coming from that very publication. It says that what? The announcement, it comes nearly a week after the country, that is Kenya, announced it will send 1,500 workers to Israel with a guarantee that they will be receiving $1,500. And when we hear this kind of money, we say it is $1,500, it is too much. But in reality, they are not going to Israel or in Saudi Arabia to work this kind of a work that they say they are skilled worker. There is nothing like skilled worker in Europe, America, and Middle East. There is nothing. When they are going, they will be working in plantation. They will be harvesting cucumber, potatoes. Those are the things that they will be doing. And even if they pay them this 1,500, in which they will not give them this 1,500, 1,300, know that they will not be staying in government houses. They will be renting. And rent will be at least $500. Bills and other things. And then at the end, they will be left with at least $300 for their pocket allowance before they will send something home. So it is not something they have to celebrate. It's something we all have to condemn, because this man took over office and he said he has to fight for the freedom to liberate the people of Africa. There are a lot of statements he makes at the beginning of when he took over office. But gradually the man is changing and changing and changing. One of the countries in Africa with high rate of insecurity is Kenya. They have an Islamic group that they are fighting sin. But this man took over office and decided to sign an agreement to sell the military in Kenya to America, so that they will carry them to go and fight a war in Haiti. If the international community did not come out to fight and deny this, they could have done that. It is terrible. Meaning this man that we have seen and many people were celebrating that he is one of the most educated African president, is one of the most stupid African president. He might be having PhD and all master degree on pieces of paper, but he is illiterate as life is concerned. If he is not illiterate, then he's selfish and wicked. And he maybe was put there as president of Kenya by the European leaders. And he's now struggling by all possible means to compensate those who put him there. Because there is no way in the 21st century that you will be a president of a country like Kenya and you are sending your own workers, in which you need them more than any other country, to other countries. Insecurity in Kenya, but you are signing an agreement to send military from Kenya to go and fight in America. Workers in Kenya, you need them. Yet, it is terrible. And I pity the people of Kenya. I pity Africans.